Hey y'all, welcome back to the Media Chatroom. Y'all know we like to cover everything that's hot in the headline. On today's agenda, we talking about Jeannie and Jeezy's pending divorce. We've been covering this story ever since it dropped. And I was one of the first ones to say, y'all, I did not think it could get messy, but I think I was wrong. On one end, we have Jeezy saying that Jeannie is keeping the baby Monaco from him. And we have Jeannie on the other end suing Jeezy because she said this mofo done cheated. And therefore, he need to pay up from their prenup. Now, y'all know we have all the court documents and we will get into it. And that's not all, y'all. We also have one of Jeezy's ex-best friends who said he know who Jeezy probably cheated on her with. Plus, we have some more insight from Jeannie as to how she found out Jeezy was ready to end the marriage. Y'all, it's all starting to get messy. Now, y'all know we gonna get into it, but first, I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead, like, and share this video with everyone that you know. Then, I'm gonna need you to subscribe to the channel so that you can become an official Chatty Patty lover. And I promise you're gonna love it here. And then, make sure that you turn on your notification bell so that you know when we drop our next video. And y'all, get ready, because soon we will be dropping exclusive membership content. Get ready to go live with me and dive deeper into the headline. Now let's get back to Jeezy and Jeannie. Now y'all remember 3 weeks ago, Jeezy did a sit-down interview with Nia Long for his album I Forgive But I Don't Forget. And it was trending the headlines for many different reasons. For one, because we felt like he gave us a little insider as to why he filed for a divorce. Number 2, the level of maturity he seemed to display when talking about trauma, including his broken relationship with his mom. And number 3, y'all know the hot and steamy chemistry that displayed across the camera between him and Nia Long. Y'all, I really wish I could cue up Young Jock. I know you see it. But ever since then, things been going downhill. And it all seemed to start around November 30th when Jeezy filed for a motion of temporary hearing as it relates to their child's custody. Now let's fill out our paperwork, y'all. So here's some of the facts that's being laid out in this motion. Soon after filing for a divorce, Jeannie Mai and Monaco went to start living in California. So they set up a temporary informal custody agreement, including a confirmed visitation schedule that will last up until the end of 2023. Now look, y'all, Jeezy and Jeannie must not be speaking, because according to this paper, everything went through their legal counsel. Now, y'all, here's where the problem comes in. Jeezy said Jeannie might not keeping to the agreement. Apparently, they're not following the schedule and everything is unorganized, which is now creating tension. Therefore, the parenting roles and rights need to be established because the other one don't know their place whenever the child is in the other person's custody. So if you roll down to number 6 with me, Jeezy saying that she's acting like a gatekeeper over the child, meaning she wants to control everything and limit his rights as a father. And although they both agreed to something that was temporary and informal, is not working, therefore the judge needs to step in and establish legal and physical custody of the child that's going to be according to the best interest of the child. Now, if you move down to number 7 with me, you'll see that he's still requesting for a temporary order as they continue to proceed with a divorce. And therefore, Jeezy wants the judge to make prohibitive and mandatory orders as the court may deem just. And also, Jeezy is saying that this is a long-distance co-parenting situation. So this definitely needs to be established, and it also needs to be said that each parent have their own rights when they have the child in their custody. Which means, don't tell me how to parent my child when I have my child. Somebody go ahead and cue up Jeezy. You just do you, and I'ma do me. Because that's basically what he's saying. Now let's go ahead and sum this all up so we can go ahead and get to Jeannie Mai. So in conclusion, he's requesting a temporary hearing for legal and physical custody to be established on a temporary basis. Use Rule 9 side requiring Jeannie to appear and show cause as to why Jeezy should not be granted his right. And he wants the courts to grant any other reliefs that they may deem appropriate. Now, while Jeezy's lawyer was filing up this motion, Jeannie Mai's lawyer was down the street and around the corner submitting her response and counterclaim to this divorce, which was also filed on November the 30th. So, y'all, it's line by line an answer to everything that he originally declared in his petition for a divorce. Now, let's go through some of these responses. Now, like I told y'all, I've been covering this divorce ever since it came out. And to be honest, I was one of the ones that said, oh no, she couldn't have been blindsided by the divorce, because in his petition, he stated that they was in a bona fide state of separation. However, it's time to send Inspector Gadget on the case, because Jeannie Mai said that's a lie. And just to be clear, let's go ahead and review this definition of bona fide separation. And it simply requires spouses to not sleep with each other. Now, maybe we need to redefine the word sleep, because to somebody's definition, they were still sleeping together, or at least within 30 days of filing this divorce, which was September the 14th. Okay, y'all, so let's get into Jeannie's response as it relates to the child custody. Now, originally, Jeezy was asking for joint legal and physical custody with specific parenting times that were scheduled by the court on a temporary and permanent basis. Now, he was requesting that the final decision-making be established based off the best interest of the child as determined by the court. Jeannie's response is, we both should share joint temporary and permanent legal custody. However, Jeannie wants to be awarded the final decision-making authority. She's saying that they both should be legally responsible for the child. Now, number 7 starts to address physical custody. So here, Jeezy is just stating that the child has always lived at this residence since she was born, and he has never participated in any type of litigation as it relates to custody of this child. Jeannie Mai said that's cool, however, she should be awarded primary primary custody of the child on a temporary and permanent basis. However, she wants to establish a parenting plan that's going to serve in the best interest of the child. So she's saying she can live with me, but I'll give you some visitation. Now, number 8 starts to talk about the green dollar bill child support. Jeezy is saying that they both are obligated to take care of the child. Jeannie response for number 8 really goes to number 7. But when you're talking about physical custody, you can also talk about financial obligations. So she acknowledges that the child has lived at this Atlanta address since birth. However, ever since the divorce, the child has been residing in California with Jeannie. Jeannie states that she has not been in any litigation concerning the custody of this child, and there's no additional information to be provided. Now, I told y'all, Jeannie lawyer messed up the number response. So we're going to stop using the numbers and just use the topic. So now we're talking about financial obligation, and we already know what Jeezy said. And Jeannie now requests child support. And she agrees that it should be determined based off of the Georgia child support guidelines. And she needs that money to be coughed up on a temporary and permanent basis. Now, Jeezy might have got out a little easy on the child support because the state of Georgia used the income shares model, factoring in the income of both parents to take care of the financial obligation of the child, versus California, which also factors in the amount of time that's spent with the child. So child support favors the custodial parent because that child obviously has more time spent with the custodial parent. Now let's get into this prenup. Now y'all know throughout Jeezy's divorce petition, he heavily expressed that there's a prenup on file. Somebody go ahead and cue T.I. because he been like, bring him out, bring him out. I promise, he stated it like 3 or 4 times throughout that petition because he wants it to be enforced. Now your girl Jeannie said, baby, I ain't no sucker. And while y'all over there queuing up, bring him out, go ahead and queue up that School by Sister Shock and Trina, because that prenup definitely needs to be enforced. And while we enforcing it, let's go ahead and pull out paragraph 8 of the prenuptial agreement as it relates to infidelity. That in the event that either party engages in sexual relations, an emotional relationship, or is emotionally or sexually suggestive in communication with a third party via all forms of electronic communication, including but not limited to texting, sexting, FaceTime, and social media and or direct messages, shall result in a significant financial penalty. So again, Jeannie Mai said, cue up, that's cool, baby. So she must have that gun cocked and loaded in order to show such claim. Now, some vloggers are saying that it's in the millions. However, there is no documentation online as of yet that shows how much the penalty is. Now, y'all, Jeannie must have something in her back pocket because she said she reserved the right to amend the counterclaim to other grounds for divorce. But she don't want to show her hand yet. She want to try to resolve it behind closed doors because she don't want the information in the public just yet. But Jeezy, if you keep playing with her, she coming. Now, a lot of people don't believe Jeannie Mai claims and they think she just bluffing. However, one of Jeezy's old friends think that Jeannie is right on target, and he already know that Jeezy probably was cheating. His name is Clemenza, but he goes by the name Clem. Him and Jeezy used to roll back in the day. However, they in some beef right now. And so, y'all, he trying to expose and spill all the tea. And so he definitely believed Jeannie because he said Jeezy ain't loyal to nobody. Check this out.
So if real don't cheat, that means you're not a real Jeezy. You cheated on her. She said she did not cheat on you. And I believe her because I know you. I know you. And I could probably pick on who you cheated on with her with. Because a few bitches I know you still stay in contact with. I know because they told me. I talked to him. And he knew that it was going to come out when she hired that lawyer. He knew it. That's why he started doing all them interviews talking about how he was molested, how he seen people get shot at an early age, drugs. And you got to realize, I don't know about nobody else know, but I knew when he was sitting down doing with Nia, along with doing these interviews, trying to make everybody feel sorry for him, he was trying to do damage control, right? This ain't never been loyal to shit. He wasn't even loyal to a dog he got. He had got a dog. He got that dog away in like 2 weeks. I want to know who the cheated on her with, cause I got about 10 bitches that I know that he could have cheated on her with.
So what y'all thinking about Clem? Now, you can take some of the information that he said with a grain of salt because he is beefing with Jeezy. And he was one of the people that Jeezy wrote on the list as somebody that he forgive but don't forget. And if Clem keeps talking, he might just scratch him all the way off. Now, let's get back to Jeezy. Now, he did release a statement because he heard all the chattering going on about him cheating. Via his reps, he said, any claims of infidelity on Mr. Jenkins' behalf are 100% false, and we have no further statements at this time. So, y'all, he's saying he ain't cheating. He's standing on it. We gonna see how that play out. But meantime, in between time, Jeannie said she gonna keep talking. Because she went right on down to the Jennifer Hudson show to let it be known that Jeezy blindsided her with this divorce, and she found out with everybody else.
Different from the last time you were here. Some unexpected news broke about your marriage.
I was going through things, and marriage ended in divorce, and it was kind of hard. So yeah, it's what I'm dealing with day by day, you know.
And how are you doing now?
Well, I think I'm doing better now. You know, I think at the time when I found out you know, at the same time as the rest of the world, that my marriage was ending in divorce, I was gutted. Today, it's about picking up the pieces. It's about discovering me and being a mom to the best blessing in my life, my little girl. Even though this year I met the most broken version of me, I also met the strongest version.
Now, I don't know if y'all can see it, hear it, or feel it, but I see a tell-all coming soon. And it could be in the form of an interview or a book. But just pay attention and listen to how she started off answering the question. Things was going on with her, and she was then blindsided, hit with a divorce. At the time, she just had a baby. She was going through some career changes. So yeah, she probably wasn't acting like a good partner. She wasn't ready to take that healing journey like he was. And her temper probably was coming through a little on the extra side. Yeah, I'm just laying out the framework, because I can see it, but she will try to do it with some integrity. The same way she did in them divorce papers. By letting him know, I could expose you, but we can handle it behind closed doors so that it don't get too far out in the public. Somebody go ahead and queue up, I ain't no killer, but don't push me. Because Jeannie said she ready for Jeezy, y'all. Now, Chatty Patties, it's time to get in those comments. Do y'all think it's about to get as messy as I think it's about to get? And what do y'all think about Jeezy saying that Jeannie is trying to gatekeep the baby? Is it a way to establish control so that she can be seen as the dominant parent? And what y'all think about the way that Jeannie replied to that divorce petition? Do you think it'll even be possible for them to have joint custody because they'll be living in 2 different states? And what do you think about Jeannie alluding to the fact that Jeezy was cheating? And y'all, give me y'all thoughts about Clem. Is he clout chasing, or do y'all think he just putting it all out on the table because it's such a hot topic? Y'all know I'm definitely hopping in them comments. And before you go, make sure that you like and share this video with everyone that you know. Also, subscribe to the channel and become an official Chatty Patty lover. I promise you're gonna love it here. And for the real Chatty Patty lovers, I have some exclusive content that's gonna be offered for membership. And last but not least, turn on your notification bell so that you know when we drop our next video. Now, y'all already know, first thing first, I'm heading to the comments. Then it's back to scrubbing the headline so that I can bring the next video. So y'all, that's gonna be all for now. Until next time, bye bye.